In 2025 and 2026, you have more options than ever for a travel bag. So in this video, I'm gonna rank my personal favorite travel bags after reviewing 500 plus of the world's best bags. And the best part is that all the bags I'm about to discuss, they each have their own in-depth review, which I've linked in the description below. And a special shout out to Unbound Merino for partnering with us on this video. They make amazing travel clothes. I'm literally wearing their shirt right now. More information about them in a sec. But first, let's talk about the methodology used for this video, because there's a couple points I gotta make that are crucial. Whoa, it's a lot of bags. To make sure we're on the same page, because these tier videos are awesome. And our meeting manager, Margaret, and myself were like, dude, we gotta do them for Nomads Nation. But we're gonna do it in a specific way. And I wanna caveat the video by saying all the travel bags that we're about to discuss are legendary in their own way. This is just my super personal tier list, which means it's gonna be different from a normal review, because here at Nomads Nation, when I review a bag, I try to look at the pros and the cons for different user experiences. So this video will be a little bit different from my typical review style, where I'm trying to go a bit more like down the road and just explain features and objective pros and cons based on use case. But like I said, this one's gonna get a little more personal. I'm talking from my perspective. So keep in mind that any bags that I don't personally like are still super popular bags, just that everyone's preferences are different. So the way that we picked the actual bags for this tiers list is we just looked through our metrics and we picked the top 15 most watched videos, but about travel bags, right? Because any bag can technically be used for travel. So all the bags that we're gonna talk about are very specifically designed and marketed for travel. We've got 5 tiers that we're dealing with. The D tier is pass, C tier is good, B tier is great, A tier is amazing, and then S tier is God level, right? Like, holy crap, this, in my opinion, is one of the best travel bags that money can buy. But what you gotta keep in mind is that if you're traveling, a backpack is gonna be super important, but so is your travel clothing, which is why personally, I am usually rocking Unbound Merino when I travel. And there's a few reasons for that. First of all, it looks and it feels great. Here you can see me at the airport with the Unbound Merino hoodie and pants. But aside from just looking fly, like, this is highly technical clothing. Merino wool is moisture wicking, antibacterial, it doesn't wrinkle too bad, and best of all, it dries super fast. And think about it, like, that's like the quadfecta of a traveler. You look good, you smell good, and if you gotta wash a shirt at your hotel real fast, it can be dry the next day. And I love the hidden functionality on a lot of their clothes, especially the hidden zippered back pocket on the travel pants. Chef's kiss, that thing is so clutch. We're very picky about who we partner with here at Nomads Nation, and Unbound Merino was awesome enough to put together a special discount code for first-time buyers who are a part of the Nomads Nation community. So if you wanna get yourself some killer travel clothes at a discount, be sure to check the pinned comment below. So we're gonna pick these bags randomly, starting with the Cotopaxi Allpa. And this backpack is a beast. I love this huge top pocket, clamshell style opening with a bit of organization as well. But best of all is gonna be this harness system, built-in hip belt. So I've been really impressed by this bag, mainly for its comfort. Because if you're gonna see one recurring theme for all these travel bags, like, we're gonna start with comfort. Because if it's not a comfy travel bag, what's the point of wearing it? And you can see just how impressive this harness system is. I do wish that the shoulder straps were a bit less, less hard. I could use a bit less density, but it's got a ton of ventilation, nice padding, and a great hip belt. So that's where it all starts for me. I don't love the coating that's being used here, because this will absolutely peel with time. But I do dig this big old top pocket right here. This is great when the bag is in the bin overhead, right? And you just wanna grab something real fast. For me, over-the-head headphones are going there. My Sony XM-H5's perfect spot. But I'm also not like a super colorful guy. Like, the aesthetic for me is a bit on the silly side. And this green isn't even the worst one. Check out this rainbow cluster known as the Del Dia. Looks like a clown's nightmare. I don't know how to say it, but it's a B tier backpack for me. And remember, if you're super interested in any of the bags I'm talking about, they've all got full, in-depth reviews that you can watch, linked below. Next up, we have the Sympl Weekender, which I am less of a fan of. Not all Sympl gear. Their Commuter Pack V2 is one of my favorite EDCs of all time. But this is not the style of travel bag that I like. It's very structured, it's very thick, and surprisingly, it's not too heavy for all that. And it's got some really nice comfort to it. But I don't know, I just don't need my travel bag to be like a brick. I understand the value of an EDC being like that. So we shrunk this bad boy down into like 15 liters. I'd be all about that. And I also don't need all this organization in my weekender bag. Honestly, it's just too extra for the way that I travel. I have nothing but love for Sympl, but for this particular travel backpack, for my particular travel preferences, it's going in the D tier. Actually, no, it is super comfortable though. I love these shoulder straps. Changing my mind, we're pulling an audible, pop it up to the C tier. It's totally the perfect weekender bag for some people, just not me. Remember though, if you're interested in it, full review, link below. Next up, we got the Amazon Basics carry-on, which is like a super budget-friendly bag. I think it's coming to like 50 bucks. And for the price point, it's actually pretty good, as it got a ton of features, including compression straps. These shoulder straps can actually stow away. We also got some pretty decent expansion as well. Overall, it's a bag that's all about value, but like ultimate value. And I'm usually not an ultimate value guy. I'm usually looking for those brands that are just like peaking above that ultimate value tier. And it's like, yo, for like 10, 15, 20% more, you can get a really better product. We're gonna talk about one of those brands a little bit later in this video. But for me, I'm gonna pop this bad boy in the C tier. It totally works if you're on an extreme budget and you need a big travel bag. But overall, the comfort kind of annoyed me, especially here at the bottom, the way they just kind of hug my hips. It's just, you know, it's 50 bucks. C tier, final answer. Next up, we got the Tortuga Travel Backpack Pro, which if you have ever watched a video on my channel, you'll know that I'm a big Tortuga fan. Yet again, starting with the comfort, this could potentially be one of the most comfortable travel backpacks on the market. Hip belt, back panel, shoulder straps, and an adjustable harness system. Then you add that together with the clamshell opening, the weather resistance. I mean, this thing is a travel masterpiece. And it used to be in the S tier for me, but now it's dropped down to the A tier. Pop it into place. And the reason is actually I like the Tortuga Lite more than this, which didn't make the list because it's not in our top 15 most watched reviews. Because for me, I've just kind of gotten over this, like admin compartments. I don't need this ever. Just give me a big old freaking canyon I can throw all my travel gear into. Usually in a way that's very messy, but you know, it gets the job done. I don't do this. I do the sling in the front now. Sling in the front, travel bag on the back, good to go. So A tier for the Pro, because it's still a masterpiece, minus the weight. It is quite bloody heavy. No, but it's definitely an A tier backpack, one of the better travel bags on the market. No questions asked. Osprey Daylite 26+6. Legendary, iconic travel bag right now. A very difficult travel bag to get too. Like it's in stock and then gone like that. I'm gonna say this is a D tier if this bag only came in this color, because you wouldn't catch me dead rocking a teal, gold, neon orange child's backpack like this. It's not my color combo. But thankfully it is offered in black as well. And also, if this is a bag that was like 200 plus, this would be like in the C tier or below. But thankfully, it's 100 bucks, which is just unbelievable given the value that Osprey is giving you for this bag, which includes so many features like expansion, external water bottle holders, clamshell opening, and a pretty nice harness system with some very nice ventilation and a whistle on the sternum strap. Can't get into the S tier without it. But this is still not an S tier for me. It's B tier because of the price point and Osprey's almighty guarantee, one of the best warranties in the game. It would get in the S tier status if the shoulder straps were maybe a bit more well padded, and if the shape just wasn't so like heritage dorky. I just kind of prefer a bit more of a modern swag to my gear. But again, if you watch this channel, you know I'm a super fan of Osprey. And you make it to my B tier, little guy. Final answer. Next up, we got the Pakt Travel Backpack V2. You want to talk about features, this bag's got it going on. I mean, it's got everything. It's a backpack, it's a suitcase, it's a 35 liter, that could be a 45 liter. It's got organization galore, and it's pretty comfy. The shoulder straps are a little more on the dense side. I could use a little softness in there. And the mesh of choice is a little coarse, but it's really comfortable. But again, you know, I'm picky. I've reviewed a lot of bags, I'm allowed to be. And this has just too many features for me. Just like what I said with the Tortuga Travel Backpack Pro. It's got all those pockets and everything. I just don't need that these days. I need simplicity. But I will admit, I do actually like this divider. This is where the laptop goes in this compartment here. And that means that you can do basically like, you know, DOP kit, tech kit, everything on this side. And and then all your packing cubes on this side. This is so dope. I took the Pakt on one trip. I can't remember where I went. I think I went to Korea. And it was a really nice trip because of this bag. I wish it was lighter. I wish it was less complicated. I wish it was slightly more comfortable. But this thing slaps, no doubt about it. B tier. Oh, and I gotta say, like, this video is fun. I'm giving some spicy takes. So let's make this video more fun by giving me some of your spicy takes on my spicy takes. I wanna hear what you think in the comments. Is my tier list like whack? Are we aligned? Are we one with our travel bag tier list? Any thoughts you have about my selections, let me know in the comments below. Next up, we got the Black Ember Forge, which is S tier for me based on aesthetics. Like, I just love the Black Ember look. They crush it. It's the vibe. It's like, it's dark, it's urban, it's technical. Look at all those laser cutouts and that custom metal hardware. But this bag ultimately makes it into my D tier hard pass. Mostly the fact that, you know, it's just too complex. We got a lot going on and it's so heavy. Like, this is a really, really, really heavy travel bag. Should be noted too, I'm a big Black Ember fan. Their TKS sling was one of my top sling choices a few years ago. The Citadel backpack is awesome for EDC, but just like I said, as a travel bag, this one's got too much going on. I do like the stowaway system for the shoulder straps. This is legit. And I think for like the right business person who likes super technical and feature heavy travel bags, you'll get a lot of value out of this, but for me, it's an easy pass. All right, next up we got the Bellroy Venture Travel Pack 26 liter. This is a smaller guy, it's 26 liters, and it's like Bellroy given like a sleeker sort of aesthetic, which I dig. But ultimately, even though I love the way the bag looks, it's a C tier for me. Because I actually took this traveling, actually no I didn't. I loaded this up to go traveling one time, and then I was like, And a big reason for that was these shoulder straps. Like, travel bag shoulder straps shouldn't taper down that thin. They shouldn't be this thin. For me, everyone's different, you know, but like that's just too thin for this boy. I like them thick. At least when it comes to like my shoulder straps though. For my materials, not so much, because these materials are thick and I don't like that as much. Overall, this is a travel bag that I wanted to love and I was super stoked about. When I first saw this bag online, I saw it, I was like, oh my God, that thing is awesome. I'm going to travel the world with that bag. And then like I said, it just didn't work out for me. But I gotta say, like on the inside, this thing is beautiful. Look at that design. It is stunning. It's just a bag that I really wanted to love. It's got a lot of really cool things about it, but ultimately just didn't work for me. Next up is the Alpaka Elements Travel Backpack. And I wanna be clear, I love Alpaka, especially for the EDC gear, but I don't think they've done travel gear very well yet. For me, I feel like such a diva, Margaret. I'm being so mean. Remember, keep in mind, I love these brands, and for so many people, these are legendary, iconic, perfect travel backpacks. I'm just talking from my perspective. This one's a D tier, will pass on it for me. I'm so harsh. But the reason is just too tight. It doesn't pack very well. We got this back access, which doesn't even go full clamshell. It says it's like a 26, but it don't feel like it. Alpaka does have a tendency to kind of understate their capacity, especially in their backpacks. And although I was jazzed up about these shoulder straps with like the NASA Picasso Cubism space foam thing they got going on, overall I don't find it very comfortable. I'm not sure, Alpaka may have even updated this. I've got an older version of this bag, so if you guys know if this Picasso trippy as space foam has been updated, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, overall, it's the packing of this bag. I need access to a travel bag. I don't want this top loader where I'm fishing things out for a travel bag. Give me clamshell. I'm a simple man. It's gotta be clamshell. Margaret's in the back. She's just nodding. She gets it. Rumor has it Alpaka's launching some new travel gear soon. I cannot wait to test it out. Their EDC gear is just like top notch, but this one's D tier. Not making the cut for me. Look at this too, the bottom. Like this is a hard shell bottom. Why are we doing that in the travel bag, Alpaka? Don't work for me. But don't worry, the diva's taking a break. So we're gonna talk about something that is working for me. That's the Bellroy Lite travel backpack. I just feel calmer with it in my presence. And we're gonna go ahead and say this is the first S tier travel backpack on this list because we're just checking all the errand boxes. Lightweight, malleable, extremely cushiony. I don't know if cushiony is a word, but we're going with it. Both on the shoulder straps and on the back panel. It's giving me that clamshell style opening, and it's giving all that to me at this beautiful feather light weight. I think it's less than 2 pounds for the 30 liter. Should be noted, even something that's in an S tier for me is still not perfect. I don't believe we needed PU coated zippers here, Bellroy. I don't believe this white color is a good choice for long-term travel, Bellroy. This is gonna get dirty real fast. I also don't love me side access for my laptop, but having said that, it's just one of the best travel bags I've ever tested. I love it, and I do foresee a future where more travel bags are going to be in this style. Lighter, malleable, softer, less is more. Bellroy knocked it out of the park with this S tier. Uh-oh, the diva's back with the Pakt design travel backpack, which is possibly the most iconic travel backpack in the world right now, and for so many reasons. I mean, it's just one of the most well thought out, feature heavy travel backpacks ever. I mean, look at the beautiful seamless way this hip belt and these shoulder straps just stow away, and the magnetic closure. Oh my God, that's amazing. There's no doubt in my mind this is one of the most well-designed bags out there. You still got the clamshell style opening, great tech protection, and one of the better expansion designs I've ever seen is to where it's in the front of the bag, and therefore it doesn't look as bad when it's expanded, because usually expansion makes a bag look awful. Oh, that's right, you got the front, which can be its own compartment or gets you into the main compartment. But as I'm walking you through all these features, it should be obvious where this is going in my list, because I'm just not into features of travel bags. I don't do any of this stuff. It annoys me, it irks me, just thinking about it. But it's so funny, it's so ironic, because like in EDC, I'm down to clown with the features. Like, I like it in my EDC. I don't get it as much with the travel. So for those reasons, the Pakt design travel backpack, as iconic as it is going into my C tier. It was gonna go in D originally, but it is so well designed that like it's impossible for me to ignore all that. It just don't work for me, dog. Next up, we got the Nomatic Travel Pack. One of the OGs, dude. Nomatic changed the game when they came on a Kickstarter. Bringing business travel to another level. I just found out one of my business idols, Alex Hormozy, he was on camera saying that this is his favorite travel backpack. And I was like, no. We don't like the same travel backpack. Because while this bag looks very professional and has a ton of really cool travel features, including this really great tech compartment and the ability to expand, ultimately, recurring theme again, too many features, too heavy. All without enough comfort going on. These bad boys are a little too thin. Granted, this is only a 20 liter that can expand to 30, so it's not egregious for me. And I can understand why a business traveler in particular could put this in their S tier, like Alex Hormozy. And the one thing that I think is great about a bag like this is you travel with it in 30 liter and then you compress it into 20 and then it's your day pack when you get to your destination. But for me, I just don't travel like that. I'm gonna throw a lightweight packable day pack in my bag. Also, just, yeah, this material here, it's very, very, very thick. And it's so funny, we're talking literally millimeters of a difference between a fabric like this and a lighter fabric that you see like on the Bellroy Lite travel backpack. But it's just a different world completely when you travel with it. And for me, I'll take the lighter fabric all day. We're going C tier, final answer. Tomtoc Navigator. Remember earlier we talked about Amazon, the basic backpack, and I was like, it's just not great. Just spend that like 20% more to get like 100% better. And that's what Tomtoc is doing, because I am always flabbergasted as to how affordable Tomtoc's pricing is for what they're giving you. Comfort is amazing. These shoulder straps are beefalicious. Same with the back panel. This bag has more features than I personally need. Like, I'm not a huge fan of compression straps on travel bags, but I can't deny their functionality. Like, they help you cinch the bag down, which is really useful when you're traveling, right? You know, just less bulk, right? Quick access pocket here, 2 external water bottle pockets. It's just a bag that focused on features that I need, which is why, even though there's some things that irk me about this bag, like these compression straps just kind of getting in the way, and the internal lining being way too dark. But amidst all these nitpicks, I'm putting this bad boy in the S tier. Because although I'm at a point now where I'm kind of a bougie, I like nicer things in my life, and I'll probably spend more money to get into like more of a premium category, Tomtoc makes you feel like you've spent premium money while only dropping like $100 on this bag, which isn't dirt cheap, but it's not premium prices. Blindfold test like this versus the Aer Travel Pack 3, I mean, you're not too far off. S tier, Tomtoc crushing it again. The Airback Backpack. I respect they've made this viral marketing product, and I know that a lot of people do find value in its signature internal vacuum system, but this is on my D tier list for a few reasons. One, it's just super, super heavy. Two, I do not like shoulder straps that have this sort of foam in it. I know that some people think that it's kind of massaging to their shoulders, but for me, it just feels painful. It's kind of like the Alpaka shoulder straps that we looked at earlier, but not even as cool. Not as like NASA and spacey, more just like I'm going to destroy your traps. But overall for me, just the compression vacuum thing, coming in at a high price point for a feature that I just don't value. Congrats on your amazing success, but you're a D tier for me. Last one on this list is the most popular travel backpack that we've ever reviewed, is the Aer Travel Pack 3. And this is the definition of iconic travel bag. Aer changed the game with this silhouette. You see a PU zipper cutting through a bag these days, you know it's either Aer or somebody ripping off Aer. External water bottle holder, comfort is incredible. And look, this is actually one of the few bags that has load lifters. Why were these not on other bags? Load lifters are great because they help to redistribute the weight from your lower back more towards your torso. This would be an S tier. Epic clamshell style opening. We're a couple features away from this being an S tier for me. Problems on my end, it's so heavy and like bulky, and the 1680D ballistic nylon exterior, again, it's just really thick. I could do a bag that has like, 300D. 1600, 1680, it's a lot for a travel bag. So yeah, it's just big and chunky for me, which is why I'm throwing it as an A tier. Because even though it is too big and too chunky, I have traveled with this, and it just feels like, it's just a feeling that the Aer Travel Backpack gives you that very few other bags can match. Which is why it's also one of the most recommendable travel backpacks on the market. And if you're still watching this, it might be because you're looking for a travel backpack recommendation. So if none of the bags that I covered were clear enough to you that you wanted to watch the full review, which remember, they're all linked below. If any of these bags interested you, full review linked below. But if you're not quite there yet, then you're gonna either wanna check out the Aer Travel Pack 3 review or our newest roundup of the most comfortable travel backpacks that I've ever reviewed. And you can watch both these videos right here. If you got any questions, be sure to let me know in the comments below, and a special shout out again to Unbound Merino for their partnership on this video. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.